Elon Musk has just announced that he's bought $1 billion of Tesla shares. Now, for someone who's worth $400 billion, you might say, well, this is a drop in the ocean. But the timing of it is particularly interesting. Recently, we saw an announcement by the Tesla board to the stock exchange of a new incentive program for Musk that could potentially net him $1 trillion in Tesla stock, subject to hurdles and shareholder approval. There's a lot of emotion surrounding Musk and this announcement. What we've done is tried to remove that emotion and look at his incentive packages. We've gone through his 2012 package, his 2018 and his 2025 to compare and contrast. Because if you're interested in where the world's going, the potential value creation that, if executed, could be the equivalent of the third largest economy in the world, roughly 2 times the size of Great Britain's economy, and what it might mean for you, how you engage with products and services, your family and your work, this may be relevant. In 2012, Tesla had a market cap of roughly $3 billion. The incentive package was set in 10 tranches, each with a product development requirement and a market capitalization growth of a $4 billion increment at every hurdle. He managed to execute those targets, which included successfully launching the Model S, launching the Model X, albeit slightly delayed, developing a gigafactory, and the Model 3 started within the timeline. The market capitalization increased to over $40 billion, and he successfully received that incentive package. Let's roll forward to 2018, where the market capitalization of Tesla is roughly $55 billion. These requirements are now set in 12 tranches. He doesn't get paid a salary, and there'll be no bonus unless he hits these targets. The same occurred in 2012, and the same in 2025. These 12 tranches are much more focused on revenue and profitability, taking this from a high growth business to a much more sustainable one. He ramps up production, and the market cap tranches are linked to $50 billion increments. The market cap blows past the $650 billion target and hits roughly $1 trillion in 2021. Whilst there was some dispute around this award and ended up in the courts, which we won't go into, the execution of the incentive program was impressive on any metric. Now in 2025, the ambitions that are set are the most extensive and far-reaching that have been set on Musk, according to the chair, Robin Denholm. They're also the most ambitious of any US chief executive in history. At a headline level, for him to be eligible, one of the criteria is that the market capitalization of Tesla needs to increase by $7.5 trillion. The market cap before these announcements was around $1 trillion. Beyond the market value growth, he needs to stay at the company until the shares vest, around 10 years. He needs to build a succession plan, and he needs to focus solely on Tesla as his main priority. For him to get there, he also needs to launch and develop new product categories by selling 1 million humanoid robots, 1 million robo-taxis, and ramping up the sales of fully self-driving cars. These are ambitious on any metric, and the reason you should care about these is because robo-taxis and humanoid robots could be part of our daily life. Musk, in podcasts in recent days and weeks, has spoken about how he thinks AI is moving fast and that AI will exceed the smartest human by next year, and in a few years, AI will exceed the collective intelligence of humans. This is important because a lot of the AI and the training data associated with AI is expected to be used to train robots to perform tasks that many of us don't want to do or could make our lives easier. The services economy, which I've referenced in the past, is roughly 60% of global GDP, around $60 trillion a year. It's conceivable that the robot industry, should it be successful, could be worth 5 to 10% of GDP. Call that roughly $10 trillion a year, maybe even more. Transportation is a significant share of GDP. Robotaxis could as well be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So there is a pathway to drive that revenue and drive that market capitalization using back of the envelope numbers. But we're talking about an entrepreneur here who's created arguably more value than anyone in history across different categories and executed over the last 15, 20 years in different incentive packages that at the time seemed almost insane. We like to look at companies where there is strong alignment between management and shareholders. There's no disputing that alignment here. In 2012, it was about growing the company in the billions. In 2018, it was about growing the company in the hundreds of billions. And in 2025 and beyond, it is about growing the company in the trillions. And whilst this video isn't investment advice, we're excited about the prospect of new consumer categories, how it could disrupt incumbent operations and improve life for many of us. We're monitoring closely. What an exciting time to be alive.